Okay, so we have some huge news coming out of Comic-Con and Hall H, where Marvel had just done their announcements of certain things coming. So now it's not Kang Dynasty anymore, it's Avengers Doomsday. But there is one that we're talking about here, and that is the casting of Doctor Doom, a character who I absolutely love, one of my favorite Marvel characters. I have been excited for Marvel to do it. We haven't got a good live action Doctor Doom on screen yet. I've been waiting for it. I'm like, come on, give him the Thanos treatment. Flush that character out. I don't want him to end up like Ultron, where it's a one and done movie, and you don't do that character justice, and then it just becomes one of those ones where you're like, that was a huge missed opportunity that is now wasted. And it was always about who was going to play Doctor Doom. Was it going to be Cillian Murphy? Was it going to be someone else? Who was going to be this mysterious person? Now, I'm someone that's like, I don't care who you cast as long as they're good actors normally. But this one I have a problem with. Now, we have now been announced Robert Downey Jr. is coming back to the MCU to play Doctor Doom. The reason why I have issues with this is one, this screams reactionary. This screams Disney, Marvel. They're bringing him back for one purpose and one purpose only. To get people to come in and watch. Because they're like, oh, Robert Downey Jr.'s back in the MCU. Let's go watch. Yes, he's back. Let's do it. This just feels like a cheap gimmick. That's what it feels like. This, I don't think if you asked anyone before this announcement, give me your 5 people to play Doctor Doom. Robert Downey Jr. is in none of them. No one is picking Robert Downey Jr. to play Doctor Doom. Now, Robert Downey Jr. is a fantastic actor. He is great. Oppenheimer, look how good he was. Fantastic. But he doesn't scream Doctor Doom vibes. When I see him in the MCU, I see Tony Stark. I see Iron Man. That's what I see in the MCU. I don't see Doctor Doom at all. I don't see the aura, the presence of a character. When he walks into the room, you're like, yo, this is a guy that is about to cause mayhem. I don't get that from Robert Downey Jr. I just don't get that vibe. I just see Tony Stark. I see the playboy guy. The guy that is, making jokes, chirping around, doing that sort of stuff. Like Tony Stark is. That's what he is. That's what I see. Doctor Doom is not that. He is not that at all. So I have an issue with that. You could have literally got anyone else. It didn't have to be Cillian Murphy. I would love Cillian Murphy to be Doctor Doom, but it didn't have to be him. I want to see people who haven't been in the MCU play these characters. That is what I want. I don't want to see them start to recycle and just use the same people over and over and over and over again. It gets repetitive. It gets tired. The excitement level goes down. Like, why can't you give us people that haven't played in the MCU yet? Some of the people that we've seen play characters in the MCU weren't big household names. And they came in and they made those characters their own. And now everyone knows about them for that. What is the purpose of bringing Robert Downey Jr. back to play Doctor Doom? What is the purpose of that? Besides trying to get more money. This screams to me DC under Warner Brothers territory. That's where we're going for Marvel. This feels like Marvel have sat down and gone, shit, we're in the crap here. We need to somehow find a way to get out of here. How do we do that? How do we dig ourselves out of this hole? Because the last phase was very messy. It was all over the place. They didn't know what was going on. The Kang stuff happened. They were bottling Kang left, right, and center. They ruined that character. Then all the stuff with Jonathan Majors happened. And now it's like, what do? We need to react. We need to do this. We're not making as much money. We're not making billions of the box office anymore. How are we going to do that? I know. Let's bring back Robert Downey Jr. to play Iron Man. Just let it die. Let it go. Let's move on. That shit has passed. Robert Downey Jr. can't be in the MCU for the rest of his freaking life. Come on, people. We need to just move away. We need to move forward. Get other people involved. Recast. It's not even recasting. Just cast someone else. It's not that fucking hard. Why are we doing this, Marvel? What has gotten into you? And then you bring back the Russo brothers. Like, the Russo brothers, yes, they're a success in the MCU. Outside the MCU, not as much. But you brought them back to do the Avengers movies as well. So I'm starting to see a theme going on here. Did the Russo brothers want to bring back Robert Downey Jr. to play this villain? I also feel like this is a one and done villain. I feel like Doctor Doom is going to get the Ultron treatment. That is how I'm feeling right now. I wanted them to do Doctor Doom justice. I wanted a great Doctor Doom. I wanted someone that had that Thanos treatment, that build up. You know, got all this build up. This is the guy that's coming in. He's going to be the big bad. He has that fucking aura about him. And then we had like Infinity War, which was basically a Thanos movie. It really was. I was hoping we're going to get a Doctor Doom like that, where he gets a whole movie. It's basically almost all about him. And then we get the second movie with him. And we really dive into that character. I don't think we're getting that. I think he's gone. I think he's a one and done movie. I really do. That's really what I'm feeling because of this casting. It just makes literally no sense. No sense whatsoever to cast Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom. I would love to hear the pros. Please, people, if you're all for this, take off your nostalgia glasses for a second. Take them off and look from it from an objective point of view. No bias, no nothing. Like, I love Robert Downey Jr. Don't get me wrong. I love him as Iron Man. Love him as Tony Stark. That is the perfect casting. That, to me, was just top tier. You couldn't get better. Anyone that takes over Iron Man after him is going to struggle to live up to that because people are going to compare him to that. But the same thing's going to happen with Doctor Doom now. People are going to start being like, they're going to sit down and be like, wait a second, that's Iron Man. Like, think about it. There's us fans of the comics and that. We know who Doctor Doom is. We know all that. When you get people who don't read that, who are casuals, who only follow the movies, they're going to sit down and see Robert Downey Jr. and go, why is Iron Man a bad guy now? Why is Iron Man now known as Doctor Doom? What's going on here? Why is all this? You're going to confuse people, especially kids. Kids are going to be like, Mom, Dad, why is Iron Man the bad guy now? Why is he wearing that? That's not Iron Man. Doctor Doom isn't a CGI guy. It's not like the Hulk where you can just get someone to play it and just CGI the face and CGI the whole thing. No, Victor is an actual fucking person. This is going to be a huge problem. I don't like this casting at all. This just, like I said, this screams DC under Warner Brothers during the DCU, EU era. With Henry Cavill, with Ben Affleck, you know, with Zack Snyder, all that shit that happened there. I feel like this is the Marvel time. I've always said that Marvel was never dead. It was never truly dead. Wolverine and Deadpool gave me a lot of hope for it. Maybe they were turning a corner and going, you know, upwards. I wasn't too concerned with them not making a lot of money because I was like, okay, they're trying to introduce new characters and that. It's going to take a while. They have to rebuild from you know, the bottom again. They have to redo it all. They have to build those steps back up. This just feels like they've just tore that down and gone, let's just get nostalgia in. Let's just get that in. Let's blind people with it. That's what this feels like. So let me know what you guys think of it. If you guys think it's a great idea, let me know. If you don't, smash it down there. Smash that like button. Click subscribe. And yeah, we ain't getting a good Doctor Doom. I'm telling you that now.